Three players who could leave Arsenal, January transfer window fire sale. As Arsenal prepares for the January transfer window, speculation surrounds several key players potentially exiting the club. Andrea Berta, the Gunners' sporting director, is reportedly looking to reshape the squad, leading to discussions about Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Myles Lewis-Skelly's future at the Emirates Stadium. In this article, we will explore the possible departures, their implications for Arsenal, and the destinations that await them. Arsenal's recent performances have prompted a wave of speculation surrounding player departures as they seek to bolster their squad for the second half of the season. With Andrea Berta at the helm of transfer negotiations, the club is reportedly considering a fire sale in January, including key names such as Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and promising youngster Myles Lewis-Skelly. The January transfer window is often characterized by both caution and audacity, and Arsenal appears to be leaning towards significant changes. As the team aims to position itself for success, the potential exits of these three players could have lasting ramifications for the club's strategy moving forward. Leandro Trossard, a move to Al Hilal. Current position at Arsenal. Leandro Trossard joined Arsenal in January 2023 and has since become a vital part of Mikel Arteta's attacking unit. His versatility allows him to play in various positions across the front line, providing depth and creativity. However, recent performances, coupled with stiff competition from teammates such as Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, have led to questions about his long-term future at the club. Saudi Arabian interest. Reports suggest that Al Hilal, a powerhouse in the Saudi Pro League, is keen on securing Trossard's services. The club has been on a spending spree, attracting top talent from Europe, and signing Trossard would signify their ambition to strengthen their squad. The financial allure of a move to Saudi Arabia could prove tempting for the Belgian winger, especially as European clubs look to balance their books. Implications for Arsenal. Should Trossard make the switch, Arsenal would need to find a capable replacement who can provide similar versatility and quality. This could lead to new recruitment strategies and a potential pivot in their attacking dynamics. Losing a player like Trossard might also impact locker room morale, especially among those who see him as a key figure in the squad. Gabriel Jesus, a dream move to Real Madrid. Current form at Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus has dedicated himself to Arsenal since joining from Man City in 2022, making a notable impact with his goal-scoring ability and work ethic. However, injuries have plagued him, limiting his contributions at critical moments. As Arsenal pushes for titles, questions arise about whether the Brazilian can consistently stay fit and deliver. Real Madrid's interest. Real Madrid, under the management of Xavi Alonso, is reportedly eyeing Jesus as a potential addition to their roster, with a pressing need for attacking options, especially considering the aging of players like Karim Benzema. Jesus fits the mold of what Madrid seeks in a forward. His potential move to the Santiago Bernabeu could represent a career-defining opportunity and solidify his place among European football's elite. Impact on Arsenal. If Jesus were to leave, Arsenal would face significant challenges in replenishing their attacking resources. Mikel Arteta would have to explore both short-term and long-term solutions to fill the void left by Jesus. This could alter the tactical setup and require adjustments in how Arsenal approaches the remainder of the season. Myles Lewis-Skelly, a loan to Liverpool. Current development at Arsenal. Myles Lewis-Skelly is among the brightest prospects in Arsenal's academy. His strong performance at various youth levels has drawn attention, and many believe he has the potential to make a lasting impact on the first team. However, with the Gunners currently stacked in midfield and forward positions, immediate first-team opportunities might be limited. A strategic loan move. Liverpool, eager to infuse fresh talent into their squad, has reportedly expressed interest in a loan deal for Lewis-Skelly. A temporary move to a club of Liverpool's stature could provide him with invaluable playing experience, allowing him to develop under pressure while ensuring he stays visible to Arsenal's future plans. Benefits for all parties. A loan to Liverpool could work well for all involved. Lewis-Skelly would gain crucial first-team minutes that he might not receive at Arsenal, while Liverpool would enjoy the benefit of integrating promising youth into their setup. For Arsenal, allowing Lewis-Skelly to garner experience may accelerate his readiness for a first-team role in the near future. As the January transfer window approaches, speculation surrounding the exits of Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Myles Lewis-Skelly is intensifying. Andrea Berta's plans for a fire sale could reshape Arsenal's squad significantly, with each player's departure carrying its own set of implications for the club. While Trossard stands on the brink of a lucrative move to Saudi Arabia, Jesus yearns for the bright lights of Real Madrid, and Myles Lewis-Skelly is set for a potential spell at Liverpool. The landscape at Arsenal is ripe for change. These decisions will not only affect the immediate performance of the team, but also dictate the future direction of one of England's most storied clubs. As Gunners fans, the dynamics of the transfer window bring both excitement and trepidation. What remains certain is that January will be a crucial month for Arsenal, shaping their aspirations for the season ahead. The potential departures of Trossard, Jesus, and Lewis-Skelly could herald a new chapter for the club as they aim to reclaim their status among Europeans' elite. Each transfer carries its weight in terms of team dynamics and future objectives. It will be fascinating to watch how the situation unfolds as Arsenal navigates this crucial period. Players who could leave Arsenal as Andrea Berta eyes January transfer window fire sale. Arsenal could offload a number of players during the January transfer window in an effort to raise funds for potential signings. 3 players could leave Arsenal in the January transfer window. Next month, Andrea Berta will be looking to refine the squad as the Gunners gear up for the business end of the season. Since replacing Unai Emery 6 years ago, Mikel Arteta has only won one major trophy. Shortly after taking the reins at the Emirates Stadium in December 2019, Pep Guardiola's former assistant led Arsenal to FA Cup glory. With his predecessor's squad, Arteta led the North Londoners to a behind-the-closed-doors victory against Chelsea at Wembley Stadium. He hasn't got his hands on a trophy since then, and he's yet to lift a piece of silverware in front of the club's supporters. In the years that have followed, the Spaniard has only managed to win a couple of Community Shields and a few Premier League runners-up medals. Arteta will be desperate to finally break his duck, so Berta must be ready to attack the January transfer window. With that being said, London.Football has looked at 3 players that could leave the Emirates Stadium. Ethan Monnery. Monnery hasn't featured nearly as much as he would have thought when he signed a new long-term contract in the summer. The 18-year-old midfielder has been an unused substitute more often than not in the Premier League, which has naturally raised questions about his future in North London. Monnery has been so desperate for game time that he asked Arteta to participate in a behind-the-closed-doors friendly. Unless the Spaniard can sway him by guaranteeing minutes in the FA Cup, potential suitors will begin to circle in the January transfer window. Myles Lewis-Skelly. Myles Lewis-Skelly is another Hale End graduate who's been brushed to the side by Arteta this season. While the 19-year-old defender has enjoyed plenty of opportunities in the Champions League, he hasn't had a sniff in the Premier League. With the World Cup in the summer, Skelly will want to be well-positioned to secure a place in Thomas Tuchel's camp. In November, the England boss explicitly cited the teenager's lack of game time as a reason for being left out of the squad. Gabriel Jesus. Berta will have to work hard to keep Jesus at the Emirates Stadium next month. Despite having only recently returned to action following a lengthy spell on the sidelines, the 28-year-old striker has looked as sharp as ever. He's already given Victor Gyökeres a run for his money. Jesus only has 18 months or so left on his contract, so Arsenal have a difficult decision to make in January: stick or twist. Arsenal receive unexpected late injury boost before Brighton clash as Mikel Arteta decision awaits. Arsenal have reportedly been handed an unexpected late injury boost ahead of their Premier League showdown with Brighton on Saturday afternoon. As was the case last weekend, the Gunners could commence their next top league game sitting second in the Premier League table, as Manchester City clash with Nottingham Forest in the day's early kickoff. Victory for the Sky Blues at the City home would take Pep Guardiola's men a point above Arsenal's side, but Arsenal has been backed to comfortably dispatch the Seagulls on their own turf. Arteta delivered a brief pre-game injury update on Boxing Day, most notably delivering the latest on Kai Havertz and Gabriel Magalhaes, who have been sidelined with knee and thigh problems, respectively. The Spaniard revealed that Havertz, who has returned to full training, is a matter of days from a long-awaited comeback from his serious problem, but he was less optimistic about Gabriel. Arteta stated that Gabriel had not trained with the team yet and was still in the rehabilitation process, seemingly ruling him out for the clash with Fabian Herzliya this weekend. However, according to Hand of Arsenal, Gabriel was seen with the rest of the Arsenal squad on Friday evening, suggesting that Gabriel may be in with a chance of returning to first-team action on Saturday afternoon. Arteta and his coaching team will reportedly decide today whether to include Gabriel in the matchday squad list for what would be the centre-back's first appearance for the club since the 2-2 draw against Sunderland on November 8th. The former Lille man has missed each of Arsenal's last 9 matches in all competitions since pulling his hamstring on Brazil duty last month, and the Gunners have kept just 3 clean sheets during his absence. Prior to entering the treatment room, Gabriel had registered 2 goals and 3 assists in his first 17 appearances of the season, enhancing his reputation as one of Europe's most deadly defenders in both penalty areas. Gabriel's inclusion in the matchday squad against Brighton would be a significant surprise, especially after Arteta's comments, but Gunners have learned to take the manager's pre-game injury updates with a pinch of salt. The Brazilian's possible return could be one of 3 fitness boosts for the North London Giants today,
as neither Piero Incaccio nor Gabriel Martinelli have been ruled out of the game either. Incaccio would be a more likely starter than Gabriel at the back, given the latter's lengthy layoff, but Arteta can deploy Ricardo Calafori centrally and Myles Lewis-Skelly on the left if he does not want to risk either South American. Max Daumann, Christian Mosquera, and Ben White will all miss out for Arsenal, who must keep a clean sheet on Saturday if they have any chance of winning, history suggests.